This has been the best year of my life. I know I say that every year, but seriously, so much has happened. And I think it'd be easiest to just show you in a video, a 27.5-minute long video. So if you have the interest or patience to watch it, without further ado, here is my 2022 year in review. So you might be wondering, Jared, where do you live? Well, I live in Australia on the border between Queensland and New South Wales in a small town called Murwillumbah. And the school that I work at is called Tweed Valley Adventist College. And it is a K-12 school with around 300 students. Now, I'm actually going to show you around. On the right we have the high school campus, and on the left we have the primary school campus, and dividing it is this little dam with a bridge over it. We also have two really big fields, which they call ovals here in Australia, as well as a gym that's not in this video. And basically I work here as a chaplain, which is kind of a difficult to define role because we do a lot of different jobs, but mainly we look after the spiritual well-being of the school. Unfortunately, I'm not really able to show you any footage from work because legally we can't record and post students on social media unless we have parent permission, which means that I'll be showing you all the stuff that happened outside of work. There's also a lot of big life changes that happened this year that I couldn't really record on video, like how I started studying for my master's in ministry degree, or how I gained a deeper understanding of righteousness by faith, but I'll try to show you what I can. My goal for this video isn't just to recap events and video clips or to show off my life, but rather to try to show some of the ways that God has worked in my life and the lives of others, and to remember the blessings that we've received along the way. God is so good, and I hope that this video will be a testament to the ways that He's worked this year. I hope you'll enjoy it.
하나, 둘, 셋,
Beautiful day in sunny Australia. Alright, I'm here with Mikey and Georgie, and they're my neighbors, and they made a feast. Wow. I've lost a lot of time.
Will this ever stop killing all my joy?
The Clary Hall Dam. Come on, James, this again.
Every single time it's a battle.
Fact, I am borderline insane! I will fight anyone in
Every single thought is
So this year, after a lot of prayer and a series of miracles, two of my brothers, Jason and Joseph, came to do a rise. And I'd been in Australia for 2 years by myself, and so it was really nice to have some family over on this side of the world. And there's a lot more I could say about them, but I'm actually going to save it for the end of the video, so stay tuned.
I am made for more than these.
Sure.
Joe, it's different to cook. It's a different food.
Okay, hold up the package. No, the other one.
Veggie hot dog.
Exactly, you're eating it like out of the fridge. It's cold.
Jared, it's a different food. It's good. You need to try it.
Oh,
Here,
my
have some.
goodness. No,
Have
I'm
some.
not going to.
Have some. I've got another one.
No.
This is normal. This is fine. Okay?
This is normal?
This is fine. Okay? You need to try it. I'll give you one now.
No.
Now, we're about 300 metres over Murwillumbah now, and it is completely drenched and flooded.
Residents across the New South Wales northern rivers are facing a new flood emergency as water inundates homes and businesses yet again.
Floodwaters rise, which they have today. They have overtopped the levee at midday today, bringing floodwaters of up to 11 metres rushing through the CBD.
From February to March, our region had the biggest flooding event in recorded history. The rain kept on falling for weeks and weeks, and water levels rose to 5 meters over their normal height. And at the most critical time, we lost all of our cell phone and internet coverage. I actually got flooded out from home and had to stay with some friends, and we were filling out sandbags when the SES told us that the river was going to flood over the levee wall in the next 2 hours. So we dropped everything and just drove to town, running from house to house and trying to help people evacuate. Some of the houses in lower lying areas were already flooded, and we had to wade out in chest deep water, sometimes swimming from house to house, in order to help people get their stuff out. The water just kept on rising and eventually went over the levee wall, and we just had to watch as businesses and houses went under. It was one of the most devastating things I've seen. Over time, things go back to normal. The rain dried up, and I remember the feeling of just seeing the sun for the first time in weeks. And as the waters receded, it was just shocking. Roads were completely torn up, businesses were demolished, and there's just so much mud everywhere. Our church got flooded, and so we pulled up the carpet, shoveled out the mud, and then that Sabbath we showed up in work clothes and spent the day helping people clean up in town. And it was one of the most fulfilling Sabbaths I've ever had. And despite how awful the floods were, it was probably one of the most inspiring times of the year. Adversity can bring out the best and the worst in people, and I'm proud to say that I saw a lot of the best.
We love doing our videos very impromptu. It's just the way that we feel. And we're excited to have them featured on Harmonies for Him. And if you want to know where these guys can be found, they can't be found. Both of them have deleted their social media accounts. Hey, James.
Hey, how you doing?
So in 2020, I got invited to come on a school camp to Fraser Island through TVAC. And at the time I thought it was just a cool experience, but little did I know that 2 years later I would be leading the exact same camp as a school chaplain. And I'm always amazed at the way God leads, and I'm just so thankful to be placed where I'm at, and I've just come to realize, God has better plans than I could ever make for myself. He is so, so good. In April, I heard that my grandpa was hospitalized with aseptic meningitis, and so I made the most spontaneous purchase of my life and booked an international flight 2 days out to come see him. He ended up having a miraculous recovery and going from non-responsive to walking again, and he ditched his walker as soon as he got home. Grandma said that she just wanted to go to Costco to get fish. While it wasn't visiting hours, I had the opportunity to catch up with a lot of friends and family I hadn't seen in a while. I didn't want my videos to be boring, so I decided to ask some random interview questions instead. Have any of you seen a bear in real life?
No. Oh wait, I have.
In the wild. Right, Mason, you were in where?
I was in the country of Jordan.
Wow, bears or snakes?
That's very different. Bears. Definitely bears.
You heard it from the man, it's bears. Alright, what's the best color of sand? I'm gonna have to stick with my Icelandic roots and say black. Oh, you heard it from them. These are the best types of sand. Hi, I'm here with Josh. Josh, what's your favorite vegetable?
Favorite vegetable? I like carrots a lot.
Nice! Best utility, gas, water, or electricity?
Electricity.
You heard it from them. Alright everybody, if you had to be a bug, what type of bug would you be?
I'd be a cockroach.
Wow. You heard it from these people, they'd all be bugs. Alright, what is everyone's favorite bee? Jelly bean. What type of food is this?
Vietnamese food.
I'm gonna eat shrimp. Yes. Alright, what are we eating now? Beef! And a lot of vegetables.
This is my story.
I'm eating pie.
Let's keep trying.
1, 2, 3. Oh wait, okay, let's do pop.
Stop it! Right now!
Zoe?
Zoe? Deep breath.
Deep breath, Zoe. Say hi, Noah.
I know.
Oh, okay. So another answer to prayer this year was that God convicted me to sell my paraglider in order to buy my own car. And on the same day I found a buyer, a friend found me a car. And I didn't just break even on the paraglider, I actually made enough to cover the cost of the car, insurance, and repairs exactly. God is good. We got here a wild Aussie eating the raw nut meat. Jason's driving us to church. Don't look at it. Jason, keep your eyes on the road. You can never take Falmouth.
I'm driving on the wrong side of the road.
They're too busy for photos, but they're not too busy to dance and jazz out to music while they're cooking. It's a new experience.
These kids with their social medias, they go to a place and they think, oh, we just need to take photos of everything, and they don't actually enjoy it. Kids with their technology.
They're beautiful.
Everyone say rocks!
L'espoir était un pionnier, les vitons j'étais.
Oh, Joel and Mom are going back to America. How does it feel to be on a barge? How does it feel to be on a boat? This year I had the opportunity to plan another camp to Fraser Island for our staff PD week, and let me tell you, I get to work with some of the most amazing, godly people on this earth. I've never worked in a place that's had as much harmony and alignment in mission and purpose as here. And I feel like I get to go to church every single day. It's so awesome. I've learned so much from the godly leaders here at the school, and I'm excited to learn more from them in the future. Where are we, Callum?
We're South Bank.
Wow,
And
look at this.
Pagoda.
Very cool.
Very friendly. But you didn't do your pose.
The mace. Wow.
1, go! Nice
Oh.
one, guys!
Oh! Are you okay? Last one.
Let's never talk again. That's so good. Is it so? There's a hole in your wall now. Alright, what's happening here?
This is for the end of the year vlog.
We're at Susanna's house! Hello, Marjorie. How's the bread today? Dusty. Alright.
Yeah, well, that's one of the
We are having Korean food for dinner. Wow.
Jason.
John.
Jared.
Ow. Okay, wait, and let me do this again. Everyone's favorite vegetable.
Zucchini.
Grapes.
Wait, that's a
What's
fruit. What's the
Yeah. Girensak, which means green thing.
Wow. The more you learn. Only can use one hand. This video is gonna look so dumb.
What's up?
Oh, it's a video.
Alright. It's not bad. It's hard to bite through. Really? Why?
You know, I've been trying to run from the law for my entire life, and now they've really got us. Oh, we're here with Moses. He's getting arrested.
Yeah, no worries.
So Moses, how does it feel to be arrested?
Honestly, guys, eat your vegetables.
What is this, Moses? We're going to church camp, or
We were going to church camp.
and now we're not. All right, so we have an alternate route that our GPS took us to, and
not cool.
it is this.
Way worse in real life than in the camp.
I'd like us to gather it together.
Cool camp in this nice muddy dam. We have all of these little gremlins here.
They keep trying to invade our space. What's
Yeah,
that about?
they're not going to be seen in this video though, so then it's legal to put it on the internet.
Always good to be legal.
Yes. It's like 9 p.m. That was absolutely divine. Alright, whose birthday is it? Happy birthday to you. Hooray!
Ritual started with having these nights to celebrate at my formal and welcome to all parents and
Last year I hosted a Thanksgiving celebration, and this year it grew a lot. Even though it was still a work day, everybody spent the afternoon cooking together, and it was the largest Thanksgiving meal I've been to. I just feel so blessed to be a part of such a wonderful church community. 1, 2, 3, Thanksgiving! 1, 2, 3, ha!
Alright. I don't know how to use a phone. Oh, you can't turn it. Take 2. Alright, what's going on, Jared?
We have tacos. We have Moses.
Yes. Yeah, amazing. Jared's great.
That is a big red-bellied black. Can we catch him, boys?
Yeah. Breakfast is served.
Okay, wait a second. I need to show you a really cute baby. These are the parents of this beautiful baby boy. They're so... This Christmas is really special to me because it was the first time in 3 years that our whole family was together. Additionally, our grandparents got to stay with us for a couple weeks, so that was really great. The gable?
Jason, how old are you now? 2. And who do you like the best?
Alright, what's been the best part of this year? Okay. Family road trip. Where are we going? I hope it will be worth it. Restroom. Wait.
I forgot my leather hose.
Yeah. It's a video. We're having some authentic Mexican cuisine. Oh, Taco Bell.
So spicy.
We are currently going 2 miles down. We're on the side of the road because our car broke down. What an adventure life is. This is currently unplugged. He also hopped out the window.
I'm like in my element right now.
Well, they caught Justin. Now we're getting rammed by the police. End of the year. It's New York somewhere. Okay. 3, 2, 1, 0. Woo! Happy New Year! Woo! The song that's playing right now was my top song on Spotify this year. It's called Far Kingdom by the Grey Havens, and the reason why I've listened to it so many times was because it described a feeling that's been growing in my heart over the last couple years. And that's a growing desire for a place I haven't been to and for a God who I haven't seen. C.S. Lewis once said, "If we find ourselves with the desire that nothing in this world can satisfy, the most probable explanation is that we are made for another world." And I've always wondered, how can you be sure that this place exists if you haven't seen it before? How can you know if God is real if you haven't seen him face to face? But over the last couple years, I realized that I have. I have been able to start seeing this kingdom, and I have been able to start seeing this God. And at first it was in hints and shadows, but every day it just gets clearer and clearer. I've seen God in his word and in nature. I've seen his kingdom at work in the church and the people around me. And I've seen glimpses of heaven as people I know and love are changed, transformed, and redeemed. I've cried a lot this year, actually an embarrassing amount, often in public. And it's not because I'm sad, but because I'm happy. I've experienced more joy and gladness this year than I ever have before, and every year it keeps on growing and growing. And sometimes I just feel so happy that it comes out as tears, and I didn't think it was possible for life to have this much joy in it. That doesn't mean that there aren't tough times. Life isn't perfect and carefree all the time, but I've been finding that a life with God by our side is a life of joy and peace. I also know that I have a long way to go. I'm not perfect by far. I haven't made it, but I'm on my way and I'm not worrying about it. And that's because as I've been walking with God and getting to know Him better, I can say without a shadow of a doubt that I haven't found a more faithful friend, a more beautiful character, a more wonderful counselor than Jesus. I keep learning how God is so much better than I thought He was, so much so that at the end of every year I find myself wondering whether I actually ever knew Him. And it's not just happening in my life but other people's lives as well. I've seen a lot of miracles this year, too many to count or put in this video. Miracles where people's hearts and lives are changed after they meet God. I've seen it in my friend Noah. We started studying the Bible last year during lockdown, and early this year he decided to go to Arise and gave his heart to God. And I had the privilege of being able to be in the water with him as he got baptized and committed his life to Jesus. I've seen it in Joseph, who's changed so much that he's a completely different person than he was at the beginning of the year, so much so that he's now considering full-time ministry. I've seen it in Jason, who I've had the privilege of living with for the last 6 months. I've seen him grow in his faith and confidence in God's Word, and even got to see him help baptize one of the people he had been studying with. I know that the same thing can happen for you too, so I'd like to invite you to experience it for yourself. God has more joy in store for you than you could ever imagine, and I don't want you to miss out on it. My only regret is that I didn't give my heart to God sooner. Anyways, I can't make you experience a life with God, but I can tell you that it's pretty great, and I hope that you'll choose it. So if you'd like to learn more about this God, I'd love to talk with you, even if it's over Zoom or FaceTime. Or if you'd rather watch something instead, I listened to this set of 3 sermons earlier this year, and it really had an impact on me. It completely changed the way I saw God's grace, and if you've grown up Christian or Seventh-day Adventist, I think you really need to watch it. It'll change your life. I believe there's a kingdom that's not too far off, and I'd love to see you there. So I guess I'll end this video by asking you, do you want to be there?
In the kingdom.